Namaste everyone. Today I'm going to do a video on astral projection, and I had gotten a DM on my Instagram asking me what were my thoughts about astral projection and if I have ever done it. And I'm still doing the series on reincarnation and the 12 phases in the life cycle, the wheel of karma from you know, how Uranus transfers in every house for every 7 years. So I think this subject is perfect for now because you're to do with consciousness, okay, and change of consciousness. So let me start off by saying that a great book that you can get on astral projection, okay, is the Astral Projection workbook. Okay, I had gotten that workbook when I was 16 years old, and I started working on it every day, you know, diligently. Okay, I started to practice astral projecting. And keep in mind that the younger you are, the easier it is for you to astral project. You were just fresh off being born. Okay, so you recently attached to your body, so you were out for a while. Okay, so that feeling stays with you. Okay, as you grow older, it starts to diminish. Okay, you start getting more grounded into your physical body, and it's harder for you to astral project. Now, when I was 16, I had my own room. I wasn't disturbed. Okay. And it was very easy for me to get in a trance-like state to, you know, be in and to astral project, okay, and to practice. So I know a lot of you don't have access to that. A lot of you live in a noisy house, okay, and you're always getting disrupted by noises outside and by siblings or pets. This is the first thing I'm going to tell you, is that you need a place that's going to be quiet, okay, that's going to be like a sanctuary for you guys, okay. It has to be in the right temperature too, all right. You can't be too cold and you can't be too hot. Okay. Now, for me, one of the techniques that I used for astral projecting was having my room, and I had the eastern window. Okay, and every time in the morning, okay, on a Saturday and Sunday, I had the eastern sun come in, and it was so enlightening. It made me so happy. Okay, it just took my depression away. So I would wake up in the morning, and I would eat breakfast and go back to sleep. Okay, and try my astral projection practices. Now, why would I do this? Is because when I woke up in the morning, I was already relaxed. My body was already relaxed, okay? But I was hungry, so I just had to eat something. So I would eat something, and sometimes I would be, you know, hungry for spaghettis, and spaghettis have magnesium, and magnesium calms the body, okay? If you don't have magnesium in your body, you start to get jittery, you start to get anxious. So I think that was pretty cool. I would fill my stomach up with spaghettis and go back to sleep. Okay, and when I would go back to sleep, what I would do is I would lay flat and have my palms open. Okay, because laying flat actually helps you get out of the body quicker. If you lay to your side, it's a little difficult to get out of your body. Okay, so I would lay flat. Okay, I had a CD that would last about an hour. Okay, and in that CD it had like a little bit of bells subtly ringing every 20 minutes. So I would kind of know, you know, how long I was doing this for. Okay, and the first 20 minutes I would relax my body. I wouldn't move. Okay, that's the first thing you have to do. You can't move. You have to still your earth element, okay, in your body, and that's the body. Okay, the physical body. You can't move. Okay, for 20 minutes. After you can't move, okay, you're not going to be able to feel your body after 20 minutes of not moving, because you're going to be already like in some sort of a beta state of mind. Okay, and after that, then you're going to focus on your breathing. Okay, you breathe in, okay, for 4, and you hold it for 4, and you breathe out for 4. Okay, and it's a 4-4 breathing, and it just relaxes you. And you also breathe through your diaphragm. Okay, that's another practice you have to do. Okay, the breathing is very important in every spiritual practice. So the third thing I would do is, well, before this, you have to make sure that the temperature is right and nobody's going to disrupt you. There's no noises outside, because remember, if there's a noise outside, what happens is that when you're out of your body, okay, if there's a noise, a crack or something, you're going to be, your ether, okay, which is the body that comes out, it's going to snap back into your body, and you're going to be scared. Okay, you're going to feel like something just jumped. You know that feeling when you just wake up like that? That's because your body snapped in. Okay, that's your body snapping back in, and you wake up scared. Okay, and sometimes you don't need a noise for that. Sometimes your body, your ether is too close. Okay, and your ether trips on something. Okay, like on a shoe or on the stairs, and you snap back into your body. Okay, Also, another thing that happens when your ether snaps back is when your ether realizes, your etheric body realizes that you have an ego. Now remember, I spoke to you about this a little bit on my reincarnation video, okay, talking about the ego, that once once you die, your ego dies with you, because it's an identity that you formed during this lifetime, so you just can't carry it out, once you die. Your ego dies with your body. It's an identity. It's stuck together. So if you are astral projecting, you can't be carrying your ego around. Okay, you can't form an I am. You can't. You're conscious. You're only able to observe and see. Okay, once you are able to form an I am, if you're aware that you are I am, then what happens is that your body just snaps back into your physical body. Okay, and you wake up, you're like, and sometimes you have paralysis. Sometimes you're halfway there. Sometimes your feet don't go attached to your feet, and you have just your brain, and you're just conscious and you can't move. You're paralyzed. Okay, so if you ever have astral paralysis, which I've had a bunch of times, try to move your toes. Focus on moving your toes, okay, and just calm down. The quicker you calm down, the quicker you'll get out of that paralysis. Okay, now if you start to panic, you're not going to be able to move. You're going to be paralyzed for a while. You could cross through walls. You could do a lot of things with astral projection. You could also go into astral worlds. Okay, other dimensions that exist. Okay, now those astral worlds, I believe that they are created by the Kabbalistic tree of life. Those are different realms that exist that have different qualities to them. Okay, if you study the Kabbalah, you have Kether, you got Gabora, you got Netzach, you got Tepereth, you got all of these, you got Had, Yesod, and you got to really study the Kabbalah and see, what kind of worlds these are. Okay, what kind of energies these are, and what does it pertain to? Okay, like for example, Kether, it pertains to heaven. Okay, and that's why people say when you die you go to heaven, and no, that's just a realm. A lot of people do reach that, but you don't have to really die to reach that level. Okay, you can go there in a trance-like state, and I've been there. Okay, and it's a very peaceful place. Everything is white. You see angels. You are floating. Okay, and you also have the abysmal. Okay, which is the opposite of the tree of life. It's the mirror that goes to the bottom of the tree of life, which is called the Kittopod. Okay, that's where you have all the archons, and you have all the demons. All right. And the abysmal, I've been there too. Okay, the abysmal, you got vampires, and that's where you get a lot of these fairy characters that they're playing in Hollywood. That they have all these creatures and demons and stuff. They got it from there. Okay, people, these esoteric directors, they go into these trance-like states, and then they bring it on to Hollywood. Okay, and that's where you get all these vampires, and they really are real, because I've been there. I wanted to mention that when you're dreaming, you're not really all the time astral projecting. Okay, sometimes when you're dreaming, you're just solving things that you couldn't solve, okay, in the daytime. Okay, it's just your consciousness working out the problem. Okay, so you won't feel too stressed out during the day. So sometimes when you have a nightmare, it's just your consciousness telling you to fix it in your other alternative reality, which is this reality. Okay, because or else it's gonna have to be fixed in the other reality, which is a dream world state. Sometimes you do astral project. Okay, sometimes you do end up in other realms. Okay, sometimes you will see your silver cord, which is attached to your umbilical cord, and it's also in the Bible, by the way, and you will see it. I've seen this before. Now if your silver cord snaps, okay, you're dead. Now when you die, your silver cord is cut off. Okay, it just snaps off. Okay, if you, like for example, if you get in a car accident and your silver cord that's connected to your ether and your body is snapped off, then you die right there instantly. Some people, it doesn't snap off, and you have a chance to live. So also in the dream world, you could see your silver cord. Okay, now back to the beginning of this video. I want you to remember to keep a temperature in your room, a stable one. Okay, it's very, very important, because if you get too cold, then you might wake up too. Okay, and if you get too hot, you're going to be moving around. Your physical body's going to be moving around, and you're going to come back to your body. Okay, and this happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'm sleeping, and I'm actually astral projecting, but what wakes me up is the temperature in my body, my physical body, that's very uncomfortable. Okay, so I hope this video was interesting, and I hope that it opened the doorway to your pineal gland, and you're able to explore and understand other realms. Namaste.